Okay, we start with Sister Chai Hun. You can read 75, 76.
In the description of the way leading to the cessation of suffering, 8 things are given. Though they have, of course, already been explained as to meaning in the description of the aggregates, still we shall deal with them here in order to remain aware of the difference between them when they occur in a single moment on the occasion of the path. Briefly, when the meditator is progressing towards the penetration of the Four Truths, his eye of understanding with Nibbana as its object eliminates the inherent tendency to ignorance, and that is right view. It has right seeing as its characteristic. Its function is to reveal elements. It is manifested as the abolition of the darkness of ignorance.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now 8 things. Now 8 things will be, it didn't mention what 8 things here, but it should be the 8 factors in the path. Because in the description of way. Now, this is the Pali word, Magga. Magga sometimes we translate as way, sometimes we translate as path. But it's so this 8 things will refer to right view and so on. Now, the first one is very important, right view. What's the purpose? Now, in Abhidhamma point and also in Visuddhimagga, you find that sometimes we already mentioned there will be when something is described, you will describe what is the characteristic. You can see there's a characteristic here, there's a function, there's a manifestation. So that's how they describe the elements, even like in a Chetasika and so on. So the main thing for right view, this? Eliminates the inherent tendency to ignorance. Okay. And right view means right seeing. See in the right way. So in Pali, sometimes we use the word yada Buddha, see the natural truth or see things as they really are. That means that instead of seeing like permanent happiness, self, we see like anicca dukkha anatta. Function to see the elements. Here it didn't mention much, right? What is elements? Elements can be many things. Is it refer to 18 elements? But since we already learned the 18 elements, then it should refer to 18 elements here. And manifestation. How do you know you have right view? Because it manifests as abolition of the darkness or ignorance. Ignorance is like, say, darkness. It's like we say in Abhidhamma, we learn it's like a curtain fall down. When a curtain fall down, you cannot see the view. Or you go to a dark room, even though there are things there, but you cannot see it because the ignorance. But when with the right view, then the ignorance is gone. Then you can see things as they really are. So maintaining right view means opposite of ignorance. What is right view? Means right seeing. Okay. Now, okay, Sister Kahong, 77. Yes.
Thank you, Saji.
Yes.
When he possesses such view, his directing of the mind onto Nibbana, which directing is associated with that right view, abolishes wrong thinking, and that is right thinking. Its characteristic is right directing of the mind onto its object. Its function is to bring about absorption of the path consciousness in Nibbana as object. It is manifested as the abandoning of wrong thinking.
Okay, thank you. Now you can see in 76 on the right view, you're also talking about Nibbana. 77 also talking about Nibbana. Right. But what's the difference between the right view and right this one? This is right thoughts here, right thinking. Now, sometimes we use the word sama sankappa, sometimes translate as thinking, right? So Sometimes we can use, sometimes they translate another way, a right intention. Sometimes they translate a right thought. All right. Anyway, it's Sama Sankappa. The one is the first one is Samadikti, right view. Second one is Sama Sankappa, right thinking, right thought, right intention. Right. But what's the main thing is the function is direct the mind. What's the difference between right view and right thinking? Right view is just see things. For example, later the Visuddhimagga will explain, like when you see things, you just see, but you just may be aware of it. But right thinking is the one that put the mind there. So right thinking in Abhidhamma is same with Vitakka. Vitakka job is direct the mind to the object. Right. That is when we are talking about when the path consciousness is going to arise, then you have this absorption. But normally, if somebody not attain the Maggaphala, then there will be no absorption for the path consciousness. Now, it manifests as a abandoning or wrong thinking, wrong thoughts or wrong thinking. Okay, now, so these are noble Eightfold Path. I think you all know. The first one is right view. So you all should write down. Okay, number one is okay. So this is number one, and then this is number two. So 1 and 2, right? And after that, right view, right thought. Now, right thinking, sometimes I think right thought also can. Right view. Now, right view, sometimes we have another translation. Sometimes they call it right understanding. But the Pali word is samadikti, right? Samadikti. Right view is good because dikti, the root is this to see. Okay. So this one will be sama sankappa. Okay, right view, right thought. So you got 1 and 2. Okay, now right view, right thought. Okay, let's continue. Melinda, the next one, 78.
Thank you, Sajid. And when he sees and thinks thus, is abstinent from wrong speech, which abstinence is associated with that right view, abolishes bad verbal conduct, and that is called right speech. It has the characteristic of embracing. Its function is to abstain. It is manifested as the abandoning of wrong speech. Right speech has its individual essence, the embracing of associated states through affectionateness, because it's the opposite of false speech, and the other kinds, which being rough owing to their respective functions of deceiving, etc., do not embrace. When
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right.
Thank you,
All right.
Sajid.
Thank you very much. Okay, now this is a right speech. So you have a right view, right thought. So right view, right thought, right speech. Now, right speech, normally how you know somebody got right speech? Because he's abstained from wrong speech, right? Wrong behavior, verbal conduct. So sometimes you have to understand the Dhamma. The Dhamma is when we say it's always like when we describe Nibbana, how do we describe Nibbana? We describe Nibbana in the opposite way. Means it's a deathless, no born, it's unformed. So when we describe what is right view, why right view means no wrong view. Okay, now what is right speech? Right speech means no wrong speech. So we have to think in the other way. Now, what is wrong speech? Right, Sumita, how many types of wrong speech?
Four, Sajid.
Yeah, 4. Okay, what is 4? Can you remember?
False speech, backbiting, gossiping,
False speech.
sapapalapa.
Backbiting. Okay, what else?
Gossiping, sampapalapa,
Another one will be harsh speech, right?
speech.
Yeah, false speech, harsh speech. Another one they call it slandering
Yeah.
or backbiting. and then gossip, right? So if somebody extend for these four, then he will be having the right speech. Now, this is the one way we think about it. Right speech means no wrong speech. Okay. Another way to think about what is right speech. You can think about right speech means opposite of false speech. It will be true speech, right? Opposite of harsh speech means gentle. Also, slandering means no slandering, right? And so on. So we can think in the other way around. And what is opposite of gossip? Gossip means also same. Means somebody don't gossip means they speak the truth. Where's the noise? Okay. All right. So we can think about this. So of course the easy one is remember wrong speech. And so it's like why we say the Dhamma is like this. Okay. It's like when you go straight to one road, then the people tell you don't go right, you keep to the left. So you have two ideas. One, don't go to the right, you keep to the left. So right speech means don't do the bad speech, you do the right speech. Okay, so you abstain from the bad one, you do the good one. So that's the idea. Now in here, this is all from the Bali, embracing, and this part you can see in the footnote, right? Means it's embrace the associate states. Associate states means because right speech is a good cetasika. When it arises, it will arise with other cetasika. Okay, and then there's a meaning here. Associate, it embrace means it arise together to the affectionateness. Okay, so you have how many? We have 1, 2 already, and then 3. Right? There's a 3. So let's say, do we get the A item? This is number 3 already. So this is 4. Okay, now this 3. And then 4. Okay. This is the okay, next person. Brother Lim, 79.
Which one I'm supposed to read?
This one, 79 here? Yes.
Okay,
This one?
okay.
Okay, yes.
When he abstained thus,
Mhm.
his abstinence from killing living things, which abstinence is associated with that right view, cuts off wrong action, and that is called right action. It has the characteristic of originating. Its function is to abstain. It is manifested as the abandoning of wrong action. Bodily work.
Yeah, continue. Yes.
Bodily work. I don't know how to read lah. Kaika
Kriya. All right.
Kaika kriya
Mm.
originates, set up whatever has to be done, and that originating, setting up, is itself a combining. So the abstinence called right action is said to have originating as its individual essence, or it is the picking up of associated state, which is the causing of them to be originated. On the part of bodily work, like the picking up of a burden.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So
Thank
the
you,
part
thank you.
in the square bracket is from the footnote. It's just the sub commentary. Now, Visuddhimagga is a commentary, and then the footnote you see that Mahatika. I think it's called Mahatika. It's a sub commentary. So supplementary give more information for the Pali. Now Visuddhimagga, it has the Visuddhimagga Mahattika 1 and 2. It's even thick. Visuddhimagga already thick, Mahattika even thick. So the sub-commentary explain the word originating. All right. Anyway, so I just put here, you can read yourself. It's okay. Now, what is right action? So this number 4. Right. So so far we have already learned right view, right thought, right speech. Now right action. Now right action is always against the wrong action. Right. So abandoning wrong action. Now, so we need to know what is wrong action. Wrong action means there are 3 of them. Okay. Let's say 3 wrong action. Okay, today we can take time because this is the final 2 class. Okay, now start to call the name. Like Brother King, what is 3 wrong action? Yes.
No killing, no stealing, and no
Killing,
misconduct.
stealing, and sexual
misconduct.
misconduct. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are wrong action. Now, opposite of wrong action, if we say no killing. Okay. So what is a right action if we don't kill? Do you know? Opposite of killing is
No harm.
no harm. Yeah, no killing, all right? Here, killing and harm, okay? So no harm, all right? Okay, now, opposite of stealing? No stealing.
Generosity.
Okay, yes,
Giving.
good. Okay,
Giving.
generosity, yes. And sexual misconduct will be? Opposite of sexual misconduct will be?
Mean moral conduct. Non-sensual conduct. Is
Maybe moral conduct or
moral conduct.
truthfulness. Okay, maybe we just need to think about that. Okay, for example, killing, no killing, opposite we will can say maybe compassion, right? Compassion to
Save life.
animals and so.
Save life, Saji.
Save, okay, save life, right?
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
stealing means you take things, and generosity means give things. So sexual misconduct means it's a sexual behavior. So what is opposite? Opposite maybe we can write truthfulness, truthful. How could I? Faithful, okay? Faithful to partner or something like that. Okay. So anyway, we can think about that. So as long as we know that right action means against the wrong action. As long as you don't do this, then after that you should even cultivate more good action like compassion, generosity, and faithfulness, and so on. Chastity. Chastity is very chastity is also very difficult. Chastity is talking about like no sex at all. Yeah. This is for those like virgin and so on. So yeah, whatever. You all think about yourself. Okay, so this number 4. Okay, now you have 5. Okay, next person, Sister Guat Ngo.
Number 80. When his right speech and right action are purified, he's abstinent from wrong livelihood, which is abstain is associated with that right view, cut off, skimming, etc. And there is called right livelihood. It has the characteristic of cleansing. Its function is to bring about the occurrence of a proper livelihood. It is manifested as the abandon of the wrong livelihood.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So all this I get from Visuddhimagga. For those who don't feel comfortable looking at the screen, you can look at the book, right, Sister T? Right. Okay, now, so number 5 will be right livelihood. Okay, now first, Sam also, we need to know what is wrong livelihood. All right, so it is good to pick up Dhamma and remember Dhamma again. Now, what is wrong livelihood? How many types? Anybody can remember?
5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5
5. Okay. Now you say 5. What is 5?
5. Weapon, firearms, drugs,
Drugs,
human
or
trafficking,
human traffic, slavery, right? Trafficking. Yeah. And then animal, what? Butcher.
slaughtering.
Slaughtering, yeah. Slaughtering. Another one? Poison, I think. Drug,
Poison, drugs,
weapon.
poison, weapon.
Drug and poison. Drug and weapon. Drug and poison is quite same. Is it same? No. Is it right? Anybody? Confirm? So it's good to review again. Basic class. Sometimes when we go very advanced class, like Visuddhimagga, sometimes we also need to drop back to the very basic class, no? Because if we always go too advanced, we might forget the basic. So that's why today I take the opportunity to review the basic. Like now, after I do the Pali commentary, I go back to the children's story. It's a change of mind. Okay. So anyway, just 5. Actually, with the internet, it's very easy to find information. Weapon, human being, meat, virtually intoxicant, poison. Intoxicant and drug, yeah, poison. Okay, so drug or intoxicant. Okay, so we know what is wrong livelihood, and now we think about it. Now, nowadays, all the slavery, yeah, like scam, it's very famous nowadays because Myanmar is part of the, yeah, Myanmar is part of the borderline, not in Yangon, the borderline near the China and near the Thailand. So we also get to know the story here. Now, so what is right livelihood? So you have to think about it. So if we know what is wrong livelihood, then we need to know what is the right one. So anybody? What is the right livelihood? How do you define what is right livelihood? Here it didn't say anything except it has the word cleansing. Now the commentary footnote down there, it gives some information about cleansing. You all can read yourself. Okay. Now what is right livelihood? Everybody think about that. You got the wrong one? Yes. But what is the right one?
Nobility. You give service like teaching, serving the country.
Okay, so
Nobility.
there are many things, right? There are many kind of job. As
Yeah.
long as it's not involve cheating, okay? So no cheating, no harming. Like for example, we have slavery, all these are harming. Slaughtering is involved like killing, right? So we take it not involve 5%. Generally we say maybe if it not breaking the 5%. Okay. Like killing, if somebody kills somebody or kill things, so it's under slavery. So if somebody steals something, so it's under not good. So as long as try not to break, right? If break it, then it's so the mind will not have peace of mind also. Okay? So means no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, and so on. So this is we call it generally. Of course, you can list down also a career like be a doctor, be a businessman. But even be a businessman, sometimes they also might cheat, right? But it also depends. Let's say if somebody as a businessman, they sell the things. For example, as a businessman, let's say we take a simile here, right? A businessman, let's say the original price is maybe 100. Okay. Now he sell his okay. So he sell things at maybe 300 or 1,000. Okay. So what do you think? Is it right livelihood or wrong livelihood? How about Chai Hun? Now you are studying the finance, right? So you can utilize your knowledge now. What do you think?
By right is not correct lah. I mean, if we think of that way, you are making too much profit.
Is it too much? Let's
Yeah,
say
you
original
origin
price one, but you need to put in what? Like, okay, you need the lender fee, right? Lender fee. And what else you need to pay? Like workers fee. And then electricity. Okay. And after you add
No,
this,
but
add
then
that. Yeah.
that is not
Yeah.
if I'm the farmer, right? I plant all my crops. I sell
Mhm.
out, I don't earn 1,000%. So to me, I'm earning maybe 50% or even 100%. I'm considered okay. But then if you count until the end,
Mhm.
maybe it's become 1,000%. That is not my earning already, ma. My
Mhm.
earning is only the direct customer. So if you
Okay.
are saying from the beginning until the end, maybe then it could be 1,000%. It could be lah. It
Okay.
could be.
The overhead.
Overhead, yeah. There will be overhead here. So as long as you add in, of course, the price must be higher than the original price. Yeah. So overhead and so on. But as long as it does not really break the 5%, that's the main thing. Okay? Because if a businessman they're breaking the 5%, sooner or later the morality is getting low and low and low. Try not to bribe. That's why I say generally. Because some of the businessmen they will drink alcohol. Yeah, it's very common because for the business sake, you know. There was a one story, it's true one. So there was one sister, she's a Buddhist, and then she bring a lot of Buddhists to her all the Buddhist center. So they visit her shops. And then her husband, even though is a Buddhist, but already very far from Dharma. So he invite all the brother and sister drink alcohol. He invite them, everybody got a shock. But you can see that's the things here. He is not practicing as a Buddhist, so he invite the brother sister from a Buddhist center go and drink alcohol. So everybody got a shock. That's how, all right? Anyway, we have to think about what is the right livelihood. Okay, now we are number 5. Okay, so okay, next person. Sumita? Yes.
81. When
Yeah.
he is established on that plane of virtue called right speech, right action, and right livelihood, his energy, which is in conformity and associated with that right view, cuts off idleness, and that is called right effort. It has the characteristic of exerting. Its function is the non-arousing of unprofitable things, and so on. It is manifested as the abandoning of wrong effort.
Okay, thank you. Now, same thing, right effort means you have energy. So main thing is here, cut down the laziness, idleness, all right? And then non-arising or unprofitable things mean stop the akusala. So unprofitable means literally we say akusala, stop the akusala. Now, same here, you put wrong effort. Now we have to think about that. So when we learn right effort, like just now, right livelihood, we have to think about wrong livelihood. Now, right effort for wrong effort. What is wrong effort? Not okay. And what is right effort? Right is wrong effort. So today we go slow because we are already at the last 2 classes. Now, Sister Vira, what is the wrong effort, right effort? Do you remember the Dhamma? Last time we said 4 types of effort.
Good evening, Saiji.
Mm-hmm.
You say what? Right effort lah.
Yeah, wrong effort, right effort.
The
Samapadana.
Prevent the arising of the not unwholesome
Okay.
state.
Okay. Prevent the unwholesome from
The
arising. Okay.
non-arising unwholesome state.
From arising. Okay. From arising. Okay.
arising.
So yes. So this is the on terms of wrong effort. Yeah. So you have another one.
Then abandon the arisen, unwholesome.
Reason, unwholesome things. Okay. Yes. Then
Then what is it? Encourage, what is it? What is the name?
Promote.
arouse
Arouse the non-arisen
non-arisen
wholesome
Wholesome.
things.
wholesome thing. Okay.
Then maintain the cultivate and maintain the
Cultivate and develop,
arisen
maintain the arisen wholesome thing.
things.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So all these are right effort. Okay. So in terms of
Saiji,
yes.
Saiji, can
Mhm.
we say deepen active kusala or
Yeah,
something? Can
So
also?
this is the one. The
Okay, thank you.
cultivate the arisen wholesome thing. It's like normally they will refer to bojanga.
Okay, thank you.
So if you have developed the factors of enlightenment, you should cultivate it. Okay. So this is all four types of right effort. Now, what is wrong effort? Wrong effort means just say the effort. Okay. Wrong effort. Okay. Wrong effort means those effort to do effort to kill, to steal or whatever. As long as it is to do with the unwholesome thing. Okay. So we got a right effort, we got a wrong effort. So prevent the wrong effort and do the right effort. So these are 4 right effort. Right. So how many we have? So this is a number 5, number 6 already. 6. Okay. Right. So we got 7, 8. Okay. So we read the final one. Okay. So Sister Wong. Yes, you read 18, 82, 83. And read all.
82, 83.
Yeah.
Okay, good evening,
read the
Saiji.
one.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
When he exerts himself thus, the non-forgetfulness in his mind, which is associated with that right view, shakes off wrong mindfulness, and that is called right mindfulness. It has the characteristics of establishing. Its function is not to forget. It is manifested as the abandoning of wrong mindfulness. When his mind is thus guarded by supreme mindfulness, the unification of the mind, which is associated with that right view, abolishes wrong concentration, and that is called right concentration. It has the characteristics of non-distraction. Its function is to concentrate. It is manifested as the abandoning of wrong concentration. This is the method in the description of the way leading to the cessation of suffering. This is how the exposition should be understood. Here, as to defining birth and so on.
Okay, thank you. So
Thank you, Saji.
So we have number 6. So we got the 7. And we got 8. Okay, so you got the 8 things. 8 things means the Noble Eightfold Path. Now, same also, right mindfulness. What's the right mindfulness? Means the establish. So it doesn't mention here, but establish, especially where. So normally, let's say if you're practicing Satipatthana, establish your mind on the object. Or you're thinking about something, so establish your mind in the memory. Now, the function is not to forget. So manifested as abandoning the wrong mindfulness. So we have to think about what is wrong with mindfulness again. Okay, next one is the right concentration. So characteristic is non-distraction. How do you know you got right concentration? Because your mind is not distracted. Your mind is be able to concentrate. Concentrate means be able to focus on the object. So it's not distracted to other object. So you have the wrong concentration. So wrong mindfulness. So we have to think about that, all these wrong things. So right mindfulness, normally rightfulness refer to satipatthana. Okay. Now wrong mindfulness. What is wrong mindfulness? So anybody? Now actually in Abhidhamma, sati is always wholesome. There is a mindfulness cannot be akusala. Mindfulness is on most of the time should be kusala. But why do we use the word wrong mindfulness? So anybody got any idea?
Maybe while practicing meditation, supposed to be aware of the nama rupa, but this person is trying to gain psychic power or try to focus at the wrong thing.
Okay, mindfulness on wrong things. You're talking about mindfulness on wrong things, wrong object. Okay.
Wrong feelings, wrong thoughts.
Wrong feeling, wrong thoughts. Okay. Now, since mindfulness means on focus on the object, so we say maybe aware. Mindfulness we also can translate awareness. Okay, aware of on awareness on wrong things. Wrong things, for example, maybe he
They
want to
forget,
forget.
Saji, forgetfulness, because
Forgetfulness.
not focus. Forget this, forget that, scattered mind.
Okay, scattered mind.
But that
But
one is
scattered mind is
concentration.
that is a concentration. That is a wrong concentration.
Ah.
Or no concentration. Instead of wrong concentration, we're talking about no concentration. Okay, wrong mindfulness. So maybe mindfulness on, let's say is somebody is fishing, all right? So maybe mindfulness on the fishing things, right? Maybe he going to kill something. He have at that time the awareness of killing. So anyway, mindfulness on the wrong thing or maybe on the wrong object. Better put the word object better. Okay. So this is actually quite difficult to understand also.
Forget, they keep on forgetting it.
That is
Because
not mindfulness. So if you keep on forgetting means you have no mindfulness. It's not wrong mindfulness. It's no mindfulness.
Focus attention.
mindfulness.
Okay.
And anger with
For
unwholesome.
example, right concentration means you have concentration. Wrong concentration, like in Pali we call it micha samadhi. It's so also when like somebody they're planning want to murder or want to kill something, at that time their mind has some samadhi, but it's a wrong samadhi. Okay, so it's like concentration on the wrong things.
Saiji, can it
Yeah.
be concentration on the unwholesome
Yeah.
things?
On
The
the
mind, yes. Yeah.
unwholesome mental states.
Yes, concentration means concentration on bad things, like the wrong mindfulness on bad thing. Okay, on bad thing or bad thoughts or bad like killing and so on.
Saiji,
Bad feelings.
concentration.
Yeah, concentration. Concentration, yeah. Okay, on bad thing, like killing. You know, when somebody want to kill, do they need to plan? Yes, they need to plan how to kill. Like recently, I think you read lots of story especially in a country like America. They are, you know, in America they are allowed to buy the weapon, right? They allowed to buy the weapon. They allowed to keep guns in the house. So some of the young people or even adult people, they want to kill people. So they did a lot of planning how to kill, how to bring the gun, and where they're going to hide the gun, and even all this require mindfulness and concentration. Yeah, but it sounds scary, but people do plan to kill people. Because recently I was studying some murder. I mean, because I'm interested in counseling, and psychology, so I was reading some case about how people being they are sent to prison because of they are actually planning, do the plan in advance how to kill people. Okay, now we already talked about the how many. So this noble eightfold path. Now from this point onwards, there's a lot of theory. It's actually quite interesting. From this point onward, it talking about Four Noble Truths and how they are related to each other. All right, so 84, number 9. So if for those who are not comfortable looking at the screen, you can look at the book. As to knowledge function, the exposition should be understood according to the knowledge of the truths. So if we are looking at the Four Noble Truths, so I already sent this for you all. I hope you all print out and we can fill in the blank. For the knowledge of truth is twofold, namely knowledge as idea, knowledge as penetration. Herein, knowledge as idea is mundane and occurs through the hearsay, etc., about cessation and the path. Knowledge consisting in penetration, which is supramundane, penetrates the Four Noble Truths as its function by making cessation as its object. Okay, so this part not on the table yet, but actually now if you look at it, ideas mean hearsay. Hearsay mean like now you hear about Nibbana, you hear about Four Noble Truths. This is only knowledge to you all. But in the penetration, this means that at the right. So if we are talking about Third Noble Truth, Nibbana. Nibbana will be supramundane. Okay? Nibbana will be supramundane. And Noble Eightfold Path, if it takes Nibbana as the object, it will be supramundane also. Okay? Anyway, there's some knowledge there. So now this table is for the 85. Okay. So you can look at the 85 and start to fill in the table, both. Okay, now the next person. It's Yo Hoi Check. Okay, you can read 85. Yes, this one.
Okay, thank you, Saji. When this knowledge is mundane, then occurring as the overcoming of obsessions, the knowledge of suffering therein forestals as the false view of individuality. The knowledge of origin forestals the annihilation view. The knowledge of cessation forestals the eternity view. The knowledge of the path forestals the moral inefficacy of action view. Or alternatively, the knowledge of suffering forestals wrong theories of fruit. In other words, seeing lastingness, beauty, pleasure, and self in the aggregates, which are devoid of lastingness, beauty, pleasure, and self. And knowledge of origin forestals wrong theories of cause that occur as finding a reason where there is none, such as the word occurs owing to an overlord, a basic principle, time, nature, individual, essence, etc. The knowledge of cessation forestals such wrong theories of cessation as taking final release to be in the immaterial world, Ramudaka Alara, inner world apex, shrine, Niganta, giants, etc., Nibbana here and now, and the path knowledge forestals wrong theories of means that occur by taking to be the way of purification what is not the way of purification and consists in devotion to indulgence, in the pleasures of sense, desire, and in self-mortification.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is a lot of theory here, but it's talking about Four Noble Truths and what kind of theory is forestall. Forestall means stop. Okay, 85. So now previously talking about mundane and supramundane knowledge, right? So now let's say when the knowledge is mundane. Mundane means it's not at the Magga and Phala or Nibbana. So knowledge of suffering stop the false view of individuality. So you should like individual. Now, what is individuality? Means the Sakaya Ditti. Or sometimes we have the word personality belief. Sakaya Ditti means that takes the Namarupa as a being and so on. Why is it? Because when we talk about the first noble truth on suffering, it is talking about the 5 aggregates, right? 5 aggregates. 5 aggregates in brief, we are talking about Namarupa. All right. So if talking about Namarupa and 5 aggregates, then if somebody see only Namarupa, see only 5 aggregates, then he does not believe God, this I or this self, this individual exists. That's why the first noble truth forestall this false view on the individuality. And then the origin is craving, the second noble truth. So it stops this annihilation. Okay. The knowledge of cessation is the Nibbana. Then it is one. Eternality. Knowledge of path means stop this one. Moral inefficiency of vision. So, okay. These two, remember we study the types of craving before. We study one is a Bhava Tanha with Bhava Tanha. One is to do with the annihilation. One is to do with the eternity. Right? Now, what is it craving? This is a knowledge of origin, stop this annihilation. Annihilation means believe that when in the future there's no more future life. So this life, the self totally stop. So remember, this is to do with the previous lesson where we're talking about the self totally disappear. They believe in the next life there is no more rebirth. The self stopped at the moment of death. But this craving explained, due to the craving, there will be future rebirth, right? Due to craving, there will be future rebirth. That's why this annihilation view will not occur. And Nibbana means that there's a no more Namarupa. So it stops the idea of this eternity belief. Eternity means belief that the soul continue forever. And Noble Eightfold Path stop this moral inefficacy. Moral inefficacy means belief when somebody do something, there's no result. Okay? There's no result of any action.
That means they don't believe in karma.
Yeah, they deny the karma. So all these are false view, all right? So all these are, when we learn especially when you learn the Dika Nikaya, there are 62 types of wrong view. So in next year, I think maybe one of the class free Tuesday class, one of the Tuesday class I take to explain the Sutta class. I think it's good to go back to Sutta. I mean, of course, I still run the Visuddhimagga, but I may take one lesson or two to come back to Sutta because it's good to go back to the basic Dhamma. Okay, so this one is a Noble Eightfold Path will teach you the Sila Samadhi Panya. You do something, you will get the good action. So it denies this moral inefficacy, means that they don't believe in result. The action has no result at all. So anyway, this is some theory there. So there's another one on this side. Wrong theories. So this is a wrong view also. Wrong theories, wrong view. So better put the word wrong view, okay? Wrong view and wrong theory. These two are theories and view. It doesn't matter. Same also. Now talking about this. Knowledge of suffering forestall the wrong theories of fruits. In other words, okay. So this is on fruits. So this is on the cause. So wrong theories on cause as finding a reason where there's none. Okay. Okay, now. Okay. This means that the first one, fruits means that the result. All right. So the result, so they thought things are permanent. They thought things are permanent, happy, lasting, okay, beautiful, and so on. So the second, this is the one, the suffering will stop the wrong theories on this one. So then the craving will stop the cause on this overload. Overload like believe the idea of God and so on, because they believe the God create the world. But actually it's the craving that create the world. The craving create the next life, not the Lord or overload. Okay. Okay. Now, the cessation means nibbana. It stopped the theory of final release. Okay, so this is a wrong idea also. Final release, born in a arupa, immaterial plane. All these are wrong idea. In the Buddha time, people believe that, okay, when they pass away, they have final release in the immaterial world. Or sometimes they believe that another idea is nibbana here and now, means that they believe in their life. Nibbana means in a way like enjoyment, sensual desire is enjoy here and now. Okay. All these are wrong theory. So there's another wrong theory is on this one, talking about like devotion to the indulgent. Now, Noble Eightfold Path teaches we have to walk the middle path, means that not to be extreme on sensual desire or not to torture ourselves. So the Noble Eightfold Path will forestall the wrong theories on devotion to indulgence. Okay, so that's why you fill in the table is for you to know what is the paragraph 85 try to explain. But it's okay, all these are just some theory there. You need to read a few times to understand all this theory. All right, okay. So you fill in yourself. So let's go for next one. Now, next one actually is much more 86. It's much more helpful. It's talking about some kind of practice here. And 87 is talking about simile here. Okay, so we will break 5 minutes, then we'll continue.